and my phone battery is at 26% on my older phone. But on my newer phone that got broke by the police, I turned it off. Excuse me, it should be like 88 or something percent. So I was trying to get hotel room help, and you know, I was trying to get help with a hotel room for tonight, but now, ever since the Uber ride, and I only got to eat lunch today, and then for so-called dinner, I had just like a small payday bar. So I mean, I just got on this live stream and they're gang stalking and playing games already. So y'all going to hell. Y'all really are. So, so-called Easter is like no exception. Like I've been gang stalked really heavy, even all day today. I had woke up to upsetting messages, and then dealt with the guy at the hotel front desk being so rude and abusive and everything. So, and the fake Uber driver was a damn perp. So now I have like $2 and something in the bank. So, I mean, as I just got on this live stream without advance warning, and they're trolling already. But y'all call me childish and tell me I need to grow up. Excuse me. So, excuse me. So, they had this 22-year-old religious narc, the one who I mentioned yesterday about condemning me about cursing and stuff like that. I'm 40 years old, and this morning, I mean, after yesterday, she told me that she deleted her YouTube channel. So like she deleted her YouTube channel, and I saw that she did delete her YouTube channel, but she was still like watching my videos to know what I said, and knew that I was talking about her. But she trying to make it like as if she's giving me like fake Christian rebuke and everything like that. Trying to tell me off about myself and trying to make me feel like a Christian failure. So, but I mean, as I said, you're young enough to be my child, trying to handle me like as if you're the older, mature adult, and I'm the child. I don't feel comfortable around people that's younger than me and treat me like I'm slow, or treat me like a punished child with no rights or whatever. And of course, she falsely accused me of lying on her. So like she donated earlier this week, and then then she used that as a license to start to try to get bossy, just like everybody else. Not everybody, but not everybody, but they have some of y'all who support without feeling like I owe it to y'all for y'all to control me and treat me like a puppet on a string. But another new age religious narc, I had to block him too. And excuse me. So it's like, as I said, not everybody, but a lot of the people, when I'm at my lowest, they either use that for an opportunity to get very bossy and try to control me, or they will, you know, excuse me, use that to be bossy and controlling, or and make me. It's like you dish out unsolicited advice in a way that try to make me feel ashamed and put me down, not uplifting and trying to help me feel better, not being supportive. You're kicking me down even harder while I'm already down, and trying to police and control and restrict me. And excuse me, I was a whole adult before you were born, and you're lecturing me about cursing or lecturing me about not being wise. So, let the people older than me do the lecturing, not somebody that's young enough to be my offspring. I'm not taking shit off people no more. So, but thanks to you small amount of people who support and help, without trying to dictate and control my life, or make it like you're entitled to control me because you donated a few dollars. So, but it's upsetting because the stalkers won't allow me to have my own job or my own money-making opportunity. So these perps look like they're trolling with a bunch of weird emojis. You know. So, excuse me. I have a little mucus in my throat. Excuse me. So they said it's just cloudy, but it damn sure looks like as if it wants to rain. And I apologize for any noise. I'm out in public with no privacy, nowhere to go. Excuse me. But as I said, the people who help and donate or even leave supportive comments or spread and share, and you don't try to be like bossy and controlling and try to condemn me and make me feel bad or victim blame me, thank you so much for the support. So but I have a gang stalking perp walk video that I did earlier today. But because my battery on this phone is getting low, I'm see, they're coming over here trying to distract. So I won't be able to be too long on here with my battery on this phone being kind of low. But yeah, tomorrow the small $24 SSI check is gonna hit my bank account, and it's just enough for food for one day and maybe bus fare. But Tuesday, hi. I wish I could say fine, but I've been feeling down emotionally, But I'm saying thanks to y'all who treat me like a normal human being. It's not many of y'all, but thanks to y'all who support me and treat me like a normal human being. rather than trying to act superior, and somebody's walking near me on her phone. I don't know if she's talking really loud because I got my earbuds in. But it's miserable to have nowhere to live, nowhere to sleep, nowhere to use the bathroom, and forced to hold your urine in for hours. Thank you. You know, so Tuesday is supposed to rain, and when people get like they donate and then they get bossy and controlling and smother me with their control and abuse and entitlement, like they think they own me, and then they will smear campaign and falsely accuse me of being ungrateful, and then pretend like they're a victim and pretend it like as if I used them, but that's not even the case. It's like they got so many people who come out of the woodwork with trying to control you and be more abusive and opportunistic when you're and manipulate you when you're at your lowest. But I'm gonna reiterate that I appreciate the people who support and help, even if it's not financially. If you leave supportive comments on my channel, or if you give me a thumbs up, or excuse me, or if you even if you donate financially, even if you can't or can't afford to, or even if you respect me or whatever, or if you even read my short stories and support my short stories on my ebooks or whatever, or if you just believe that I'm telling the truth about the you know about my targeting, I appreciate all of that. But they got some people who always want to side with my twin sister or side with the stalkers, and like, oh hi, thanks y'all, or they would give, how y'all doing? So excuse me for having a little mucus in my throat. Excuse me. But I don't like it when people give me unsolicited advice to ignore, or trying to police and control how I interact with, or so-called trying to control my behavior or interaction with the stalkers, with me defending myself, and it's very triggering for people to give me unsolicited bossy advice to ignore them, but I really appreciate and thanks so much, that y'all would believe me, because it's like hardly people excuse me, they got people who falsely accusing me of not being a real TI, or they're falsely accusing me of being a perp, and they're siding with the regular stalkers, the traffickers, the cult people. And like, I've been extremely depressed about everything that I've been going through lately, and like, trying very hard to trying to fight extremely hard against, thinking that I just don't want to live anymore. But I'm at the same time, I'm afraid to die at the moment, even though I know if a person is a Christian, they shouldn't be afraid to die, especially if they die for Jesus Christ. But it seems like as if, I cannot believe how online stalkers can have this much power and control over your life. Well, the fake aquarium doors perp is the one who boast about taking credit for having me arrested. Hi. So there was nothing for me to celebrate today at all. You know, all I have is like $2 and something in the bank, and you know, I ended up with $5 in cash. Like I'm just feeling so emotionally beat down and feeling anxiety about the court date. And it's like, as I said, you know, when, all right, come on, get the hell, hold up. Okay, not you. See, they're harassing me about red velvet cake. Like, and they think they got the fake authority to harass. Thank you so much, Sarah. Well, I have in the description box of almost all of my videos, I have, you know, the donation information. But well, the fake aquarium doors perk, like at one of the hotels that I was at, was it earlier this year? Yeah, it was earlier this year. And excuse me, one of the workers at the front desk of one of the hotels, the fake aquarium doors perk, excuse me, the front desk lady said that the fake aquarium doors perp she did try to call, you know, and the stalkers, I don't know how they're tracking. I heard that they track our phones, even if we turn our location off. And, you know, I even heard that the drones in the sky attack, you know, the drones in the sky attack us, you know, and or they follow us or they find us, you know. I mean, the day I went to court, I had to leave my phones in the hotel room, and I had no phone on me and was still being followed and gang stalked, you know, even with taking a cab. Thank you so much, you know. So it's like, it's hard. It's like, as I said, they will not allow me to live my own life. They're blocking me from having a permanent place to live and blocking me from working. And at the same time, they lie and say that oh, thanks so much, y'all. They're lying. Okay, so this Sarah is a fucking perp. I'm sorry for my Tourette's. You know, so excuse me. So all these strangers know so much about me. It looks like only about 2 legitimate people up in here. So, you know, that's what they do. They wait till I'm at my lowest and start playing all kinds of games. Y'all saw the comment where the fake Sarah perp mentioned about, oh, I'll send you $666 or whatever. And I don't remember if that was the one who also mentioned about the red velvet cake. So that's what these perps, they will pose as legitimate people and sincere, and the narcs too. And then, you know, excuse me, they will pose as legitimate people, and then when you block them for revealing themselves as narcissistic abusers or gang stalkers, or a combination of both, when they reveal themselves, then they play like they're the victim, or they want to try to lecture and tell me off about myself, or pretending that they're giving me fake strong rebuke. So and so the fake Darnell Williams perp, that looked like they put a chemtrail. Y'all see that? The chemtrail like right above my head. Yeah. Y'all see the chemtrail right above my head? That long line in the sky right above my head. So so the fake Darnell Williams perp came to harass me today, but excuse me, it looked like as if his account was deleted before I even found out that he sent me any harassing messages. But he publicized the hotel that I was at, and they kept trying it multiple times. This week, they did it 3 times this week. And then they would be like, no more hotel for you. No more hotels for you, And then he talking about, oh, why did you lie and say that you were the one who paid for your own hotel room? I didn't say that. I don't know where he get that from. But he's like, oh, stop lying. I looked up the price in the hotel room, said $77. That wasn't for you to look up. So, I mean, if you're not gonna help to pay for a hotel room, what are you doing looking up, finding out where I'm staying at, and then looking up just so you can make up lies and weaponize stuff against me? They are going to hell, all of them. And as I said, last January, for the biological mom's Frances' birthday last year, 2023, the fake Darnell Williams perp was the one who called the police, made a false call to the police, and then lied and said that he owned that property, and then went and bragged about it. So excuse me, this perp, like, y'all ridiculous. They make fake new accounts to come and harass and think they got the fake authority to do so. As I said, I'm not even a criminal, but for unknowingly, trespassing by a place, just trying to stay safe, I didn't mean any harm. The place was unlivable. And the stalkers bragged about calling up the place and lying and saying that it was their property. And now society is treating me worse than a murderer, with condemning me and saying that I was stupid, and saying, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Y'all treating me worse than a murderer for and heavily pushing for prosecution in jail. Excuse me, heavily pushing for prosecution in jail. And I didn't even, they are forcing me to be on the streets and contact hotels and slander and tell all kinds of lies They got me wrongfully banned from the airport the day before I was supposed to start a new job. I went through all that testing on a so-called Christmas holiday and was sleep deprived and taking all these, like watching videos and taking tests for this so-called job just to, they got me wrongfully banned from the airport. I mean, and then my job that I did have at Piccadilly, they were conspiring. I mean, they bragged about calling up Piccadilly and having me, hoping that they can, and they would harass me, be like, "You're about to get fired," and stuff like that. Well, if he was saying bad stuff about me, I'm pretty sure he was a gang stalker. And that probably was the fake Donnell Williams perp, or maybe a few other perps, But my twin sister and entire family, they're all gang stalkers. And delusionally believe that they have fake high authority over me, and think that they got the fake authority to ban me from the family or excommunicate me from the family. Oh, my phone is warning me that I got 15% battery. But I got the other phone, but I'm gonna try not to use the battery on the other phone tonight. They on a militant mission to manipulate everybody to hate my guts. The stuff that they're falsely smear campaigning and portraying me is not what reality is. I'm telling the truth about what I'm going through. And as I said, the people who speak badly about me, they're all gang stalkers or fake TI perps or narcissistic abusers. I mean, I got footage of even the most recent shorts video on this channel. The Uber driver was a freaking gang stalker. And they're harassing me in the live stream. That's proof right there. Those might be the people who's slandering me to y'all. Excuse me. And they will have a lot of people that would tell me to ignore the stalkers and then defend and agree with the stalkers. See, look at this. Wow. Well, they make sure that I don't even get to fully be happy. All of my attempts at trying to be happy gets ruined. So this so-called targeted Lisa pretended to be a legit TI and then showed herself as a perp just now. And then they said, well, you can't get mad because somebody tell you something you don't like. It's not about just telling me something I don't like. I have a right to not tolerate narcissistic abuse, and I have a right to not be perped or gang stalked. So if this so-called targeted Lisa was saying Aquarian Doris and the fake Donnell Williams perp, going to hell, then you perping, you're going to hell too. Yeah, it's exactly right. Yep. I mean, I can remember a time. I mean, every day I try to make attempts at trying to be happy. I mean, what make y'all think I would want to be or choose to be miserable? Yep. What make people think I would choose to be unhappy or choose to be miserable? You know. So I mean, I'm uncontrollably unhappy with a false jail charge. You know, a false charge of criminal mischief what the cops did to me. But the cops would not have even allowed me to explain my situation. But people said, do not talk to the police, and I forgot about that, you know. But they're doing stuff like making false police calls to get me wrongfully arrested and think it's funny, and bragging about how I will be in jail for that Masonic 33 days. Why 33 and not 30? But why jail period? And y'all forcing me to be homeless. I shouldn't have to be out here. You know, I should not have to be out here on the streets. I never heard of somebody who gets joy out of ruining an innocent person's life who doesn't even know you or has never done you anything. You know, so and it's like they will either get bossy when I need help, or they will play all kinds of games. See, there's the fake Darnell Williams purple. Another perp made a fake comments talking about I'm the real Candy. No, I'm the real Candy. It's hard to have friends being targeted. I mean, if I was married and had a husband, they would have turned him into a perp or a handler. And I heard that handlers be like physically abusing and beating on the target. You know, brutal. Excuse me. You know, targeted individuals that are in abusive relationships. I heard that they get police brutality style beatings from boyfriends and husbands and baby daddies. Excuse me. So I've been sitting here for so many hours, and you know, I've been sitting here for hours, probably since like 1 o'clock this afternoon, and time has been going by, dragging by so slow, all day. I mean, you know, I bet you if I was still in the hotel room, you know, it probably would have been tomorrow morning already. Excuse me. Well, they they get offended. They can think I deserve to be punished with jail, or institution. But I don't have anybody in person that I can hang out with or trust. You can't trust anybody in this targeting program. Professed targets even flip and turn into perps and betray and backstab other targeted individuals. I mean, the majority of them. You know, if all of us would be truly targeted, then we all should have more friends in the TI community. But no, still so much isolation and loneliness. Excuse me. So the only decent meal I was able to eat was lunch. I was undeservingly punished with no breakfast because of the abusive, narcissistic, fake. The front desk agent was a perp, and so I ended up with no breakfast, but I had a decent lunch, and then you know, all I had was a small payday candy bar, and that wasn't even like a real dinner, you know. But yeah, earlier, that 22-year-old like condemned me and said, "Oh, this will be the last conversation I will have with you, and I'm not talking to you anymore, or this or that, whatever." But she admitted that she likes to give advice, but it seems like as if she was doing it in a way to try to control and fix people and think she got elitist mentality or think she's better. There's multiple people like that, you know, and you know, it made me feel really uncomfortable. Well, the gang stalkers are on a militant mission to manipulate everybody to turn against the target and hate the target, and their tactics work. Even narcissistic abusers, you know. But that person, like earlier today, you know, condemned me and said that, "Oh, you did a video about me about for the public for all to see," but I didn't mention her name. You know, but you know, for her to just like berate and condemn me, you know, about sins when you have active sin in your life, and trying to condemn me about sins and stuff, you know, when I'm at my lowest. But thank you for the hotel room help and the help with food and stuff, but you know, I don't appreciate being bossed around by somebody that was not even born when I was 18 years old. Probably wasn't even you know, I was an adult, and you were probably not even, maybe not, probably not even conceived. And you try to make like as if you got so much wisdom and intelligence to me. You really think you're better. But oh, you lied and said that you quit YouTube, and you even deleted your channel, but you were still watching my video. You know, but it's very hard to tell who's genuine. You know, she falsely made it like as if I was maliciously lying on her, but I wasn't lying on her. I was telling the truth to the best of my interpretation and understanding and personal experiences of how other people treated me. You know, as I said, I appreciate the ones who donate and support, you know, and don't use it as a license to think that they can control my life and think they got authority over me and trying to kick me down even harder and make me feel worse. So, but I don't even, it's like when you tell the truth about a narcissistic abuser or a gang stalker, they always falsely accuse you of lying on them. And the religious narcs want God to punish you with hell for telling the truth, and then they lie and say you're lying. But I mean, as I said, I don't like people like trying to dish out unsolicited advice to ignore the perps, and that's very triggering and upsetting for me. And then they will turn around and say, if I got into an altercation with the perp trying to defend myself, then they would side with the perps against me. Excuse me. So the fact that they keep perping me and talking about you're gonna be in jail for 33 days, that's another clue that was a gang stalking setup. Well, I guess y'all gonna murder me trying to take me back to jail. But to lie on somebody and set them up to get wrongfully arrested, just because you don't want to sell out and become a perp and join a Luciferian sex trafficking cult, so you're gonna ruin my life with a false criminal charge. And as I said, it might be used for trafficking me or sacrificing me. And to end up in jail or prison and then beat to death, yeah, that'll be a freaking sacrifice right there. But it's mighty funny that they use hotels to traffic people, and make them disappear and go missing. And the stalkers are illegally tracking everywhere I go, but the stalkers don't want me in hotel rooms, even if I pay for it. But you can't tell me that my 2 paychecks this month that I worked for. You can't tell me that it didn't go towards some hotel nights. If the fake Darnell Williams perp trying to talk about everybody's tax dollars paid for the hotel room, or that the Social Security check or the state paid for, or they say, oh, the Social Security check ain't your money or whatever. I never wanted a Social Security or SSI check, and I always wanted to, be independent and entrepreneurial. Thank you so much. And I don't even trying to be evil or be trying to be trying to be malicious or evil or be trying to do people dirty, but that person that was trying to 22 years old and trying to narcissistically control me, she tried to make like as if I did her dirty or did her wrong. And I even told her, don't come at me, trying to condemn me about cursing and you don't even know my predicament, or condemning me, talking about me cursing, that insinuating that I deserve to get fired or that they can use that against me for cussing at the perps or whatever. And that video she saw, I did not even get fired with that job. They gang stalked and bullied me off the job, 3,500. Wow. Well, me being like me dealing with this criminal charge, and they're so badly pushing for me to be wrongfully convicted. They said that if it's on my record, Oh wow. What about Sundays? Excuse me. Like you know, yeah, if I got a so-called a false criminal record, then I won't be able to. They said that I won't be able to get any job. And they got this crowd of people walking towards me, and one of them's purple with the red bag too, or is it pink? Excuse me. So I mean, with my sleep deprivation, damn, a fly just tried to fly on my eye. I mean, a lot of times, if I might utter curse words because of my Tourette's, you know, and then people who are abusive and narcissistic, they'll falsely accuse me of using my Tourette's as an excuse when y'all trigger and provoke. I mean, the narcs, not y'all, but they would trigger and provoke for my Tourette's to get out of whack, and then they pretend to be fake self-righteous about condemning me with cursing. But wow, so 3,500 after taxes every 2 weeks. Wow, that's like 7,000 a month, or more like 84,000 a year or higher. But with my sleep deprivation and the targeting, it would be, as much as I would love to drive, you know, the sleep deprivation and the targeting, um, you know, excuse me, with the sleep deprivation and the targeting, it would be difficult for me to drive. And these bastards keep me chronically sleep deprived. So they had people around here walking near me with perp colors and stuff like that, And just because you're strong enough to ignore everything, you know. What? Over 90,000? Wow. Well, it seems like I don't even know if they're hiring, but I'm pretty sure that they would workplace mob me or wouldn't hire me. Come on, man, these flies and stuff. Um, you know, See, right now I have to use the bathroom, but I don't have anywhere where I can go. Um, they wrongfully trespassed me from, you know, from the hotels downtown for being homeless, and I can't even go pee anywhere. This is torture. I can believe it too. But I mean, I would not mind. You know, I wish I could do the deliveries and stuff. For the mail, but because I would love to drive. Oh wow. Well, I guess I wouldn't mind sorting mail. But I don't think I can do front counter. But if I can sort mail or something like that, I wouldn't mind, doing that, you know. But my phone battery is getting lower. So I guess I only got a few minutes on here, but as I said, my actual phone, um this phone that the cops cracked the screen. um, you know, now my phone is alerting me that I got 5%. The older phone has got 5% battery, but this phone got like 80 something percent. But they have somebody on this other social media that insinuated that I got what I deserve for the cops breaking my phone, trying to say, oh, that's because you didn't, I guess that's because you didn't comply. Well, how do you know what happened? um how do you know what happened and you weren't even there, so it's like 8:05 at night right now, or in the evening, and as I said, I don't have anywhere else to go, and I just got this water right here, you know excuse me. So I don't even know if those were two perps or was one perp masquerading as two people. um but they will have perps that will pose as TIs and infiltrate and then manipulate other targets against you, and lie and manipulate other targets to falsely believe that you are a perp. And then they would do the vigilante hate, you know. So, I mean, the video that I did earlier today, I'm going to upload it tomorrow when I get more battery juice on this phone. And it's like, I guess I will have to deal with the sleep deprivation and boredom all night, and excuse me, dealing with the boredom all night, you know. So dang. So I mean, if they were perps playing games and making false promises to help me with hotel room and tonight, and then started perping me, and I had to block them, and so it looks like I'm gonna have to just be forced to be out here all night, you know. And so, they're playing all kinds of games I've been having, like a lot of the one headlights. And, certain people need to respect that certain people are more sensitive than others. Rather than, it's narcissistic to try to force you to ignore or force you to toughen up when, certain people are more sensitive than others. And I wish these perps get out my fucking live stream. So with my phone battery being at 4%, I'ma go for now. Um, I'm just really I'm just really going through a rough time right now. And as I said, people use this as an opportunity to control and abuse and manipulate and harass even more, rather than treating me like a real human being. So I'm gonna go for now. Thanks for listening to me.